Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite Zionist prince, white colonizer, coming to you live from the United States of America. Let's take a look at this clip.
For the two-state solution.
Okay. Have you looked at that objectively?
What do you mean, have you looked at it objectively?
Have you analyzed that objectively?
This is something that we do support, yeah.
That's not an answer. Have you analyzed a second Palestinian state objectively? Have you analyzed it objectively?
I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. Have
don't
I
know what it
personally
means
analyzed it?
Have you thought about it?
You don't know what it means to objectively analyze something?
Know what it means objectively.
Okay, so have you done that?
No, I have not.
You
If I understand your question.
You might not be, because I can't believe that you would answer it in that way. Let me just start over. You're here representing support for a Palestinian state, correct?
Yes, yes.
Have you analyzed that support objectively?
Yes.
But you just said no. So
I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Okay.
I thought I made it pretty simple, but you said no. But I'll grant you that now you said yes, you have looked at it objectively. So, having looked at it objectively, which I would assume somebody in your position does, who would you assess would lead that Palestinian state? Pick a group. You can name a group, but I'm saying Hamas, Palestinian Authority, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Fatah, some other group. Who would lead it?
I think that has to be something that's considered. I don't think I'm in a position to say
Who
that
did
right
you
now.
objectively assess would lead it in determining you have support for a Palestinian state?
Oh my God.
I don't think that I can answer that question. I think this is part of a larger discussion.
But you objectively assess that you support a Palestinian
I
state.
do support a
In objectively assessing that, who do you assess would lead that state? What group that does not receive military support from, say, Iran, do you assess would lead that state?
She hasn't looked into
I
it
understand
yet.
your question, but I think I would have to have a little. I don't feel comfortable saying that without.
Have you
having
not
more
assessed
understanding.
what group
Yes.
would lead it? Have you or have you not assessed who would become the leader of that Palestinian state?
This is part of a larger discussion.
But have you or have you not assessed that?
I have. This is a part of a larger discussion. I don't
Yes.
think I can't answer that question.
You can't answer
sorry.
whether you have or have not assessed who would lead the state?
I cannot answer a question about me, particularly what I think, what it should be. I mean, I think that's part
You
of a
came
larger-
here and said there should be a Palestinian state. Have you or have you not assessed who would lead that?
This is crazy.
Just yes or no. Have you looked at who would lead it or have you not?
I support a two-state solution.
I know you said that numerous times. Have you or have you not assessed who would become the leader of that state? Fatah, Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Palestinian Authority, somewhere else. Have you assessed who it would be?
I don't feel comfortable. I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable.
You don't
answering your question,
feel
but
comfortable
I feel-
saying if you have assessed something.
No, what I don't feel comfortable is making a statement when I think it's part of a larger discussion.
Of
Don't even
course.
say who it is. Just answer, have you assessed it? Have you assessed who would lead it?
Put it this way, there will be an assessment of this question within the U.S. government
So
in terms of
you
who we think
came
should.
here
but
supporting
I'm
something
I'm
you
not
have
in a
not
position
assessed.
right now to say what that is because I think this is part of a larger discussion.
Honestly, it's amazing. I think it goes back to your original statement, which was probably the correct one, that you have not objectively looked at this,
It's
and
not a
you got it right when you said
it's
that.
not
I'm going to
a
move on to
personal-
another
it's
question.
Part of what the U.S. government wants to do. I can't.
You're supposed to be the part of the U.S. government
I
that
am
does
part
that.
of the U.S. government, but I'm not
I will
going to say
not.
what the government
I have
should
more
do.
time. Sorry. I have more questions, so I apologize. So do you assess that a Palestinian state would be more likely to be designated as a major non-NATO ally like Israel or Egypt, or would you assess that they would have to be labeled a state sponsor of terror?
I can't
if
answer that
created?
question.
Have you assessed that?
These are questions that I'm not in a position to answer.
I'm asking if you are in the position to answer if you have assessed whether that would be the case. You came here sitting before Congress saying you are here representing the idea that there should be a Palestinian state. You said you looked at it objectively, which you probably didn't, and I'm asking if you assessed that. So you can answer whether you assessed something or not.
What I can answer is this is part of a discussion that I don't think that I should be making those decisions or answering these questions right now.
Answering what you don't think you should answer whether you assess something is amazing. Let me ask
This
one
is
more
insane.
question. Why
This is
do you
crazy.
think that we should make a country out of a people that just conducted a Jewish genocide 4 months ago?
What? I'm not sure what you're asking there.
Can I have time to repeat the question for her, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Since she doesn't understand.
I object.
She
Mr.
asked
Chairman,
me for a
Mr.
clarification.
Chairman, the time limit has occurred.
So the question, to repeat it, since you said you don't understand
Mr. Chairman, I
is,
continue to object.
why do you want to make a country
Mr.
of a
Chairman.
people that just conducted a Jewish genocide?
Mr.
I think I
Chairman.
said it very clearly. Please answer.
I'm not going to respond to a question about that one. Sorry. I don't feel like I want to answer your question. I really do. But I just don't feel like I'm in the position right now that I can answer those type of questions. This is a question that's going to be this is a question for the U.S. government. And
You're the U.S. government.
Yes,
but
I know. but
undoubtedly, you cannot answer.
We're still.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for indulging me to repeat the question that apparently was not clear.
I can't. This is so funny. I mean, does this not tell you everything you need to know about the pro-Palestinian position? I mean, I feel like this is probably one of the best, like, just insight looks objectively at the pro-Palestinian versus pro-Israel perspective. It's like you ask the average pro-Palestinian, somebody supports Israel. Have you had a second to think, okay, fine, you advocate for a two-state solution, you want the war to end, you want the ceasefire to start. Fine, let's go for it. Have you assessed for a moment what your plan is beyond asking or begging for a ceasefire? Like, have you gone any more forward than just saying ceasefire now, stop the war, two-state solution? Have you thought about the ramifications of what it means to create a Palestinian state in the Middle East? Yes, I have. Okay, so who do you designate as the leader of the state? Well, I can't answer that question. Why? Well, because that's a question for the U.S. government. Well, you are the U.S. government. Yeah, but I can't answer that question. Like, why? But this is every pro-Palestinian. Why do you support Palestine? Because there's a genocide. Okay, but the population of Palestine has increased tenfold since 1948. How is that a genocide? Well, it feels like a genocide. It's like, okay, I feel like a shawarma. Does that make me a shawarma? No. I'm hungry, but I'm not a shawarma. It might feel like a genocide, but if it's not a genocide, it isn't a genocide, right? If you feel like a two-state solution because that sounds nice, you got to present what's your two-state solution. What is your two-state solution? Oh, you don't have it because you're an idiot? Oh, well, that makes sense. Thank you. I feel like this may be the most representative of the pro-Palestinian side I maybe have ever seen online. Incredible job by this. Was he a congressman? I'm not sure what he was.
For the two-state solution.
Okay. Have you looked at
Chairman, the Congress? I'm not sure who he is or what he is, but he did a great job defending Israel there. I don't even think he was really defending Israel. He was just asking basic premise questions about the pro-Palestinian two-state solution perspective that can't be answered because there isn't an answer for it, because you can't have a two-state solution with a population that is incredibly overwhelmingly supportive of terrorism. Sorry, it's not going to work, not for anyone. But I'll tell you what will work. Going on TheTravelingClatt.com and buying yourself a white colonizer hat so you can feed into the colonization of me, a clear white colonizer. See you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, guys. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on TheTravelingClatt.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.